over his shoulder. Hi, guys. It's good to see you.
Hey, sweetie.
Hey,
good
Shannon.
to see you.
I'm usually not here for this, so I'm just going to be listening in.
Hey, Shannon. What's up,
Hi,
Yamona?
Marion. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
And did I just call him? I blame Sailor Moon.
Wait, what did you say? What'd you call him?
Darian.
Oh.
I'm watching Sailor Moon.
Oh, well. That's okay.
Slip.
Alrighty. And hello to all of our friends that are on YouTube. Hopefully it won't be too lagged. Welcome to everyone. Let's see, the Josh and the partial son and
Happy New Year, everybody.
yeah, and
It is 2021.
yeah.
Yay.
Yes, New Year. And you'll probably hear some pops in the distance. That's because somebody in the neighborhood spent a lot of money on fireworks. And they have been popping them madly since, yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, we burned off what little bit we had. By the way, last night I was trying to broadcast via my phone from outside, and it couldn't make a connection. That's why there was just like a hiccup. I guess maybe there was 2 seconds worth of something, and that was it. And it's probably just as well because I ended up making my thumb sore sitting there. It had stormed all night until like 11 o'clock or so. And so then we go out there, it's soggy, it's wet, and the wind is blowing, and I'm trying to use a flick lighter like this to try and, light fireworks. And so I, it kept going out because of the wind. But, if anybody has been in an outdoor Wiccan service where they're trying to light the candles for the altar and they keep going out because it's windy, been there many times. So that's kind of what it felt like last night. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Alejandro. Yeah, we were just talking about everyone's doing fireworks because I think everyone is happy that 2020 is over and we're ready to turn over a new leaf.
Yeah, I won't be staying long, but I will be here for a bit.
Okay. Well, cool. So, Darren will be with us for a little while. And tonight we're celebrating the triumph of Horus, the Feast of Victory, which is kind of appropriate for starting a new calendar year. And so that's why we have, you can see my two little icons of Horus. And of course, the Pharaoh in, this form with the harpoon is, that's part of that, myth cycle. We're, the only thing we don't have is like a little candy hippo or something, which I have actually seen those at World Market.
Candy hippos?
Yeah, they're like little cookies. They're from Europe, I think. So maybe some of our folks from Europe would be more familiar with that. By the way, we need to say a prayer for our friends in Eastern Europe, in Croatia and related areas, because a couple of days ago they had an earthquake that was like a 6.2. Yeah. We hope that they're okay and that the damage. Well, the damage to buildings can be, repaired, but hopefully people are okay. So, yes, and hello to everyone else. I saw big hearts on the screen. I'm like, yay! So yeah, and again, if there seems to be a bit of lag, that's because our internet is having to support a couple of games, a laptop, and a live broadcast all at once. So we're putting it through its paces tonight. So, that being said, okay. So we'll be taking a little bit from the ritual that's in Circle of the Sun. That's going to be one of our sources. So, Okay. Come, let us hasten to the pool of Horus, that we may see the falcon in his ship, the son of Isis in his war galley, like Ra in the bark of morning. And your favorite part. These cool waters are upon our hands. They purify us, as Kemetic purifies us. Hail unto you, and unto you. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Hey! Purity is upon our hands. Purity is in our hearts. We cast out all the evil that pertains to us. That means flicking it at somebody else. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. All right, come here. Give you a towel.
For the record, that water is very cold today. Why? Because that tap water is very cold from outside. It's in the 40s here in Louisiana.
Yes, which means that for us poor Louisianians, it's very cold. I'm sure Yamana is going to be like, oh, come on, you babies. You know? But
I've used refrigerated water on myself many a time.
well, that's the thing. It's just tap water. It's not from the refrigerator, but it's cold enough that for sensitive folks like Darren.
Oh, that's a sensitive little boy. I can't help it.
I was commenting, just the cold tap water at this time of year here up here in the mountains. The water is really cold.
Yeah.
Whereas in the summer it gets really hot, so the cold tap water is actually kind of lukewarm, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and I have been doing some taping this week for the how-to guide episode, including taping the look on poor Morgan's face when I told him that something else we were trying to tape earlier, he didn't actually record.
Yes. This week's episode also contains nudity.
No, it does not.
Okay. I just thought I was helping generate traffic.
No. But just as kind of a sneak preview, you can't see it because of where the camera stops. But this is a garland that I made, and it will feature in the how-to guide video. And this is in imitation of blue lotus petals. So we now have our festive garlands. So let me start off with our Eye of Horus. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and the Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes till none remain. There we go.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes.
We are purified by it.
Yes, we are purified with it.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. There we go. Okay, and I'm also going to light. One of our other candles. Actually, we'll end up lighting a couple of candles here, including our one for Sekhmet. If I can just get that there.
Yay, Sekhmet.
Yes. Well, one of the requests that we got was prayers to Horus and to Sekhmet. You know, to bring healing and better tidings for people, protection from evil. We could use all of those things. So let's go ahead and light her candle as well. Oh, Lady Sekhmet, may you protect us as you protect Horus. You arise in the Alketis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Horu, Sa'set, Behdet, the one of Behdet, being the ancient name for Edfu. Hail and praise unto you, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oh, you know what you do? These waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Nachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. There we go. It wants to be in that one. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, so you know what you do. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Horus. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure is Horus within his house. Pure are the cause of Ra and Horus, with this good myrrh that is given unto you. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance all things good and pure for Ra Horaketi and for Horus, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. So what tripped me up is I originally wrote it. It's supposed to be for myrrh, but when I didn't have myrrh, I was using cinnamon. Cinnamon is we think is called T-sheps, and myrrh there's the different name for that. So I'm having to switch as I'm reading. So probably need to just go in and scribble in the margins and mark up my copy, as they would say in voiceover land.
Yes.
Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Horus. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra and before Horus. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, all good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. I've still got some of the little palm leaves that I also used in the video. So that's also kind of a sneak preview. But, Ora Haraketi and your son, Neosur Nisunev Kepura. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these your offerings and receive them from our hands. Okay. And now we will pause to honor our blessed dead. They're shining just off camera. And bring to them this bright eye of Horus to light their way in these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Years may come and years may go, but we will remember you always. Horekaru Tachanket Kakawaf Jusinachurmahat Kutnebet Nafra Wabet Alket Nachurim and Kawan Akufu Nibu Maakaru Nibu Kiranachura. Voice offering of bread, beer, thousand of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great God. Okay, now for a fun part, before we reestablish order and present Ma'at, we have a year worth of negativity to banish. So, here's where it gets fun. I'm going to pause for a second, see if we've got any comments. Yeah. Okay, I've already got some prayer requests. Okay, great aunt who passed away from COVID last week, and who lost a puppy yesterday. Will definitely, may those voice offerings go to them too. And and Birch's boyfriend is here. Awesome, yay!
Yay.
I didn't forget it's for your spouse day. Well, he's just lurking. Hey, lurking is good. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah, get it over here. Okay. All right, and there's some requests for healing. Prayers for the parents and students beginning the second semester of a virtual school year. Yes. Yeah.
It would definitely. It would be appropriate to maybe focus on Hathor's Lady of the West aspect to help those recently passed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something that's funny. Maybe I need to do some artwork. Because our friend our quarantine member, if you will, who's staying with us, he likes to surf a lot of art from Japanese manga artists, and because this new year that's coming up is going to be Year of the Ox, he was scrolling lots of pictures of cute anime girls with like cow. I don't know. I think they had like cow horns and stuff. They're trying to do a cow theme or ox theme, and I was like, oh well, I should do something of Hathor because you want to talk about cowgirls. She's the original one.
Yeah.
And I think the moe, anime girl art would probably be her speed. So we'll have to do that. Okay, but first, let's see if I've got it for the camera. I did a little bit of preparation beforehand. Let's see if the camera can see this. I don't know if you can see it here, but 2020 is written in red ink on here. My Sharpie is going out, but inside is a whole bunch of like negative things from this past year that we're going to get rid of. Now, of course, all of these negative things took on the form of set for the triumph of Horus. That doesn't mean you can't, still be a follower of Set. It's just this is his bad side, and so we're, helping get rid of that, if you will. And so,
think of it as you are beating Set. You're flogging him because he's done something wrong, and this is his repent.
This is his spanking. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Okay, and now first thing we do is we take this and we tie it. We're going to bind it with some red string. So here we go, and just think of all the things from that you want to get rid of from this past year. The frustration and everything that's just come with this past year. And first we're going to do is we're going to tie it up so it can't go anywhere anymore. And we're going to work some execrations on it. And
this is going to be a very heavy load.
Yeah, I tell you what. The other thing I'm going to try and do here is I have a candle for us set, and it happens to have a red wax. You
want to do that one outside, right?
Well, actually, I have a plate. So instead of burning this, we're going to pour red wax on it. So hopefully, as we go through this, that'll give us enough red wax that we can drip on here and seal it up. And then I can take it outside later and we can set it on fire. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is why we stocked up on toilet paper.
Actually, something that we did last night was I took an empty toilet paper roll and we wrote 2020 on it, and then I had a couple of old M40s we stuck inside of it and blew it up. So, yeah. Okay, so here we are. I have to remember to keep my place. Okay. Oh, Horus, guard us from the evil ones as a wall around a fortress, as a watchman over his village. Now, the first thing that we do, and you won't be able to see it on camera, but you take a figure or a rolled up 2020. Put it on the ground, and you stomp it with your left foot. Fall on your face, you rebels, son of Newt and his supporters, who turn to strife, who return to rage, who mock him who is placed above you. So we're stomping it and just grind your foot down. And
Your left foot is your magical foot.
yeah, there you go. And whenever I have need of an athame or something like that, I use this. It's a letter opener from the Noble Collection, for those of you who are old enough to remember that. And yes, it looks like Excalibur, and I will use it occasionally for ritual purposes. And so we pierce it with our ritual tool. The gods of the sky are in terror of Horus. He takes hold of the harpoon shaft, for Isis is its mistress. She forgets not the night of the flood, forgets not the hour of turmoil. Hold fast, Horus, hold fast. Which, yeah, there we go. We managed to stab all the way through it. Check it out. So, incidentally, the Triumph of Horus was translated and put together as a play, and "Hold fast, Horus" was used as a line that they encouraged the audience when they performed the play at a college in London in the 70s. They would have the audience, say that along with them at certain points. So now that we've stabbed it thoroughly, then we get to cut it up. So just think about all of these things that we're getting rid of. They're being cut to pieces. Horus forever holds power over Set and the Mozu Badesh, being the children of rebellion. Their evil turns against them. Their sins return to them. Set thought to oppress him, but Horus has defeated him. There we go. Put up my letter opener. Okay. And now let's see if we got enough. Okay, we have a little bit of red wax in here. So we have our paper. I put it on this plate so that, I can always just heat it and wash the wax off of the plate later. But let's see. We can just seal this up. So all of the nastiness from last year with with a little help from Isis, we have sealed it up. And actually, wow, I'm gonna have to play with that candle later because it ended up kind of like it was granulated wax, and so it hit a pocket, and so it all just came out. But well, she provided us the one bit that we needed, but I also have a backup. That's why it pays to go shopping at Christmas time for things like that, because that gives you lots of fun things like red candles that you can use for stuff like this. So just as a little bit of extra. So we're thoroughly sealing it. This is in the past. All of this negativity is gone. Horus has stabbed the hell out of it. And it's not going anywhere anymore. So we are done.
Even the red candles that are infused with cinnamon, especially, actually.
Oh yeah, cinnamon. Cinnamon is my I call it my GTFO smudge, because if there's negativity that I just want to get it the heck out, I'll light cinnamon. So there we go. It is thoroughly sealed. I'll just set this one where there we go. So that's what we're doing instead of lighting it on fire in the middle of a room with vintage cells and storyboards and other things that we don't want
Not to mention a shrine and people.
Well, yeah. There's lots of stuff in here that we don't want to light fires too close to. But and so this is kind of like it's funny. Our friend Nick was reading this, and he mentioned that there's like a particular number that's used for execrations. And this one's a little different because it's 8-fold instead of, I think, 9-fold was what he said. But this is from ancient sources. And so we say, "Be annihilated, Set and your followers. Be annihilated. You shall not exist, and your souls shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your bodies shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your children shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your flesh shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your bones shall not exist. You shall not exist, and your magic shall not exist. You shall not exist, and no place where you are shall exist. Justified is Horus, Lord of Behdet, against Set and the Mozubadesh. Justified is Osir, Kentiamentiu, against Set and the Mozubadesh. Justified are Hathor, Lady of Unit, and Jehuti, Lord of Kemnu, against their enemies. And this is also from another source in the Temple of Edfu. Thereupon Horus of Behdet changed into the great winged disc and placed himself upon the bough of the bark of Ra. And he placed at his sides Nechebet and Wajit in the form of Uraeus cobras, so that they would make the evil ones tremble in their limbs. The fiend's brazenness was replaced by fear, and they did not rise up, and they died straight away. And Ra Horaketi said to Jehuti, "You shall put this winged disc in every place where I dwell, and in all the places where the gods of Upper Egypt, and all the places where the gods of Lower Egypt, and in all the lands of Horus, that it may drive away evil." And that is why you see so many shrines that have the winged disc, which of course has a cobra on either side of it. It's to ward off evil, so that's placed over the doorways and on the fronts of shrines, and that's Horus protecting Ra from his enemies. So, just as important after we get rid of what's bad as we replace it with good. Because they're like in hymns to Ra, it says that his enemies have been annihilated, burned, and cut up, and all these things. But he proceeds in joy, and his crew is rejoicing because we've gotten rid of all the negativity. Now we replace it with joy and happiness and mischief, and Darren making jokes and things, so that you're putting positivity in its place.
Right. That follows suit with energetic work and whatnot as well. Whenever you banish or throw things out, you have to fill the void. Otherwise, it may seep right back in.
Exactly. So we will present Ma'at and offer our prayers and share what we hope for the new year. So we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased, and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Anid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Anid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, and so we will read for Horus and for Sekhmet, since those were requested, and keep going. So if there are deities you want to honor, just...
Did you need me for anything specific?
There might be something I'll let you read. Hold on. First, let me... because I think I thumbed right past... here we go. Alrighty. This is Horus of Behdet, so that being the name for Edfu. Praise unto you, God of Behdet, Lord of the sky, splendid winged disk who shines in the horizon, you beautiful sun who illuminates the darkness, splendid child who illuminates the earth, iris of the Ujat who lights the two lands with his rays, fair of face, hovering one, armored, majestic, clothed in gold. You arise as Khepri when you emerge from Naunet, your rays spreading over the earth. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven. Hail unto you, Horus, great god, lord of the sky, great falcon, dappled of plumage, ruler of flying, winged disk upon the two lands, Sia falcon, united with the sun disk, holy god, falcon of gold. And tell you what, let me see if I've got something from there's a particular chapter of the Book of the Dead that almost seems like it was written to have, multiple reading parts. And there's one, and we've read it before. Here we go. I asked Darren if he wanted to read something for Horus because, I've had him read things for Horus before, and it just seems to fit. So can you read it from here?
Starting where?
Right there where it says Horus.
Yes. I am Horus, O you gods. I am Horus the falcon. I fly to the horizon.
Okay, and it goes over to the next page.
Pass over those in the sky. My fire shall never reach.
My foe shall never reach.
My foe shall never reach me. For my place is far from Seth, enemy of my father. I fly forth into the dawn. No god can do what I do. I shall prevail against my foe, set him under my sandals. I am Horus, more lofty than men or the gods. I am Horus, son of Isis.
There you go.
I had no glasses.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's very good for not having your reading glasses.
Yes, I should have had my reading glasses.
But
they're right there next to my Star Wars book. I'm sorry.
Well.
I didn't know I would need them that fast.
Okay, well, Horus gave you a hand, I guess. So there we go.
But the question is, does he have to squint? I doubt it.
Well, maybe at certain times of the month, because remember one of his eyes is the moon, and it waxes and wanes. So, and it's appropriate that we read the litany to Sekhmet because we're starting a new calendar year. Hail Sekhmet, who presides over the land, lady of flourishing, generous one. Sekhmet, who protects the two lands, come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the first arrow of famine. Hail, Sekhmet, O Curl, O hidden lady, Wajit the Great. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the second arrow of drought. Hail, Sekhmet, who moves in light, who terrifies the gods with her massacre. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the third arrow of war. Hail, Sekhmet, who guides mankind, lady of the dual shores, mistress of humanity. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fourth arrow of terror. Hail, Sekhmet, great shining one, foremost in the mansion of flame, who terrorizes the two lands with fear. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fifth arrow of storms. Hail, Sekhmet, who loves Ma'at and hates Isfet, lady of the people. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the sixth arrow of oppression. Hail, Sekhmet, Uraeus, who opens the acacia, great and sovereign one. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the seventh arrow of disease. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute and see. Yeah, because I do see somebody call something out here. Alrighty. Okay. Juri Amari wants a prayer for her aunt's recovery and success in grad school.
You're here.
Okay. And Sarani wants prayers for getting the new vaccine, success, and successfully no bad side effects. Definitely. So, bless you. And, okay. And. I mean, we all have our needs met, our minds, hearts, and spirits full of joy, and our wishes granted.
Amen.
Oh, okay, and another of our friends here says some dude in Wisconsin made a giant wooden man, and his neighbors put their problems at its feet, and they lit it up. So they did like a Burning Man. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, yeah. And some folks had to step out earlier.
And I'm about to have to do that myself.
Okay, yeah, and Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just having to kind of scroll through all the stuff here.
That's all right.
Yeah, and Okay, yeah, and Jory, I think that's you. I think I recognize you. Some of the comments here. I just hang tight, and yeah. If you wanted to share some stuff, go ahead and post it in the Facebook group, and somebody, he just found out that a friend of his that passed away had died from a suicide attempt. Well, I guess it wasn't
an attempt. It was successful.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, I think I'll have to read for Anubis on that one. And by the way, I do have fortune cookies. If there were some folks who wanted to pull those, I figured, especially it being the beginning of the year, we'd want some of those done. And
before I go, I want to ask for prayers for Miss Cindy Guatney.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Because Darren had was basically it was your mom's friend.
Yeah, but to me, it was as close to a second mom as I'm gonna have.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, and she
We
passed
all-
away suddenly from a stroke. And I think her husband had been wanting her to go to the doctor. Yeah, so yeah, if your partner is saying, "Hey, you need to go to the doctor," go. You know, your partner's there to look out for you, and if we're telling you, "Hey," then
yeah.
you know.
True love is knowing when to put your own wants aside, and when your partner is saying, "I want you to take care of yourself,"
Mhm.
do your partner a favor. Your partner is trying to take care of you for their own selfish reasons,
As in, we
meaning
want
that
you
they
around.
love you.
Yeah.
Let your partner be selfish and do what they ask.
Yeah.
And with that,
Okay.
guys, I have to step out for allergy reasons. I love you all. And I also want a prayer for healing for Tom Kane.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. For those of you that are fans of animation, especially Star Wars, the gentleman who was the voice of Yoda in Clone Wars and Admiral Akbar had a stroke
In Clone Wars as
in Clone
well.
Wars. Yeah, he had a stroke.
He's
and-
also the narrator for the opening of Clone Wars every episode.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, fans of Clone Wars, he's you've heard a lot of him, and he had a stroke recently. That's probably going to end his voice acting career.
And he was also the Powerpuff Girls' dad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Professor Uranium or
Yeah,
yeah,
You found
Utonium.
Professor Utonium, yes.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It is.
Especially because when that's their livelihood, it's
But I hate to ask this, but please let me out.
okay. All right. Well, let me open the door and let you.
I love you, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and roll out.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna roll out for now. Okay. I hope this candle isn't cracking or something. That's just okay. No, that's just the light catching on the seam of it. I had to check because yeah, it's not often that I have a candle crack, but I did have one do that. And Yamano, I remember you said you had a candle that cracked, and I don't know if that means anything or not, but
Means your candle cracked.
yeah, okay. Maybe I was like, it means your candle cracked. Okay, and in some of the other comments and stuff too, I just want to say, we have folks that come from every political spectrum and every viewpoint outside of just being Kemetic, and so we try to just set that aside because hopefully in 100 years none of that will matter, but there will still be people praying in pagan shrines to the Egyptian deities. So hopefully the things that vex us right now with regard to that are temporary compared to think about it, how old are the Netsudo compared to even the society that we're in right now. So all of that aside, let's see. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will pass on to Darren some of the facts that y'all were like, be well, and Rebecca, I saw that you said you have a second mom, and okay. And so we've got a lot of folks needing prayers for health, and JB Arabian, and okay. Yeah. Okay, and Jory, if you're wondering, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do fortune cookies, and I'll pull that out. So we'll do a divination. So we'll do that in just a second. I was in tag someone on here. I'll let somebody else answer that. So first, we're just going to offer our prayers. For our loved ones who have passed, may they find peace. And Anapu, may you shepherd them into the fields of peace. And you know what? Darren's second mom ran a dog rescue. And so, who better to greet her than somebody who can take the form of a big puppy with long ears and a pointy nose. So, and may you also grant life, prosperity, and health to everyone here and to those that we love. Oh, Yunochiru, may you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. Make our eyes to see you every day as one who sets you in their heart, as righteous ones who set you in their heart. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ears to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardians of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. Okay. Got a little bit of palm branch covering our stash of fortune cookies. Okay, so Jory, I know you were one of our folks who wanted a fortune cookie reading. So let's go ahead and I have Amen and Moots represented on the altar. I'll ask them to guide me to your cookie. And so let's see what they have to say for you for the new year. Okay. It says, acting on a good idea is better than just having a good idea. Well, JB, there you have it. I think if you've got some ideas for things that you can do for yourself for this year, do them. Don't just sit with it in your head.
Take the extra step.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now also, I think Arabian had one. Okay, I see Silver One wants one. Okay, Arabian. Okay, and then Josh. All right.
When everybody else is done, I'd like one done.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I figured we'd be needing to do a lot of those because we're starting a new year. So, for Arabian, Oyunochiru, and you show us. Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay. Here we go. And oh, hey, check this out. Arabian, you got two. Wow. Okay, so first one. You are admired for your impeccable taste. And the second one. You are admired for your adventurous spirit. So, well, I guess those are things that...
That's incredibly rare.
Yeah. Well, it's say those are. I would say, keep a good thing going. Work on those attributes this year: impeccable taste and adventurous spirit.
Evidently, yeah, he's admired. They like elements of him.
Him. I didn't see
Or
specific
her.
gender. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Arabian Princess. There you go. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So we got Jory. We got Arabian Princess, and now we're gonna get Josh, and then Silverwind wants one from Asa and Nebuchadnezzar. Okay. So Josh, I know, works with Konsu, and I don't have him on the altar, but his colleague Jehuti is there. So if you'll kind of grab him. Wait a minute. All right. So this one just kind of pulled to me. So Josh, I think this one's yours. And it says you are open and honest when it comes to matters of the heart. Of course, that could also be, a direction, just, it's certainly a good thing to do. But that's what it says. You are open and honest when it comes to matters of the heart. And, let's see, Silverwind, Aset, if you and your sister would tell us what Silverwind needs. Okay. Okay. Your hard work is about to pay off in an impactful way. I think that's a very good sign. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Your hard work is about to pay off in an impactful way.
Yes, it's very positive.
Okay. And scrolling down. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. Sounds like this is good news. Awesome. All right. Now, and I know you wanted one, and this particular cookie was also pulling at me. So, maybe this one's yours. Let's see what this one has to say. Because it's like, Aset and Nebuchadnezzar were like, I guess they each had something to say. This was the other one. Wait a minute. Oh, ha, ha, ha. I opened it up and it's empty. Okay. Maybe that was their way of saying, just get this one out of the way. So, let's pull another one for you. So, for you, Manu. And it says, you have a way of standing out in a crowd.
Well, that's not bad.
I don't know.
Well, most of the time I'm not standing much these days, but yes.
Well, that.
Use it to your advantage.
Yes.
Well, you know what? If you want to treat that symbolically, because a bit of context for everyone who's listening, Yamano uses a wheelchair a lot, and so to say you have a way of standing out in a crowd, there's some irony there. Of course, I suspect that's Nebbit Hut at work, because irony and mystery and stuff, that's kind of her tools of the trade, if you will. And so what that might mean is by not doing what everybody else is doing, that's what makes you unique and stand out.
Mhm.
You know, so don't go with the rest of the lemmings, whatever it is, you know.
Mhm.
Be different and you be you.
All right then.
And see, you know, if Darren were still here, he'd definitely have something to say about that. Also using wheelchair, and you know, that's definitely something that makes you quote unquote stand out. So, okay, I'm going to do one more, and that is going to be for everyone. And so, all right, that's weird. It's like I didn't even have to shake it. It just said, okay, go here. So this one is for all of us. I'm jostling the camera a little bit. For 2021. So of course I also did one last service, but we can compare them. And this one says, your warmth radiates upon those around you. Well, I guess something to keep in mind, because, you know, 2020 is over, but the pandemic is not. Everyone's still having a tough time. So just be good to those that you love. And, you know, let your warmth radiate around, you know, those that you love, and we'll get through this. So
Remember, you're part of the community, not just a self.
Yeah, and because we're here, you know, we may be separated by entire continents in some cases, but we're all together and we all have a common focus, and you know, somebody loves you. And actually, that was a song that look up "Somebody Loves You" by the group is called Ali and Fila. ALY and FILA, which incidentally is an Egyptian techno group. But the video that they did for it is really, really beautiful. And, you know, even if you don't like techno, which, yes, I happen to, but I saw the video for that a couple of months ago, and, you know, it was actually really good. So, you know, if you need something kind of feel good, you know, check that out. But okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I also noticed that y'all are kind of talking a little bit about other deities, and that's cool. But let's see. Okay, Jury, you needed one. Let's see, because let's see, got distracted for a sec. Okay. So let's see, because yeah, we got Jory, or JB, we got Arabian, we got Josh, we got Yamanu, we got Sarana, yeah. Okay, let's do one more, because I think what confused us is JB. I happen to know him by his first name, and so I was kind of addressing him, and that's similar to Juri Amari. So you might have been hearing me address somebody else, but let me get one for you, Juri Amari, and then we'll wrap that up. And I'm going to have to get some more fortune cookies. But like I said, I knew that, this would definitely be one of those times where we would need them. So, okay. All right. Juri Amari, here is your fortune. And it says, a refreshing change is in your future. So, Juri Amari, something good. Some good changes are coming your way. A refreshing changes in your future. So there we go. And I think that's been a theme that with a lot of the stuff that we've been pulling for the last couple of weeks is, just hang in there. Things are going to get better. It seems dark right now, but it will get better. So with that in mind,
storm clouds will pass.
Mm-hmm. And something to look forward to come the end of March, we will have an entire year worth of doing live services. So that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to have to. From here, I've got the rest of my quarantine, if you will, to take care of. And I think they wanted to eat some gumbo that Darren cooked yesterday, and probably want to watch more anime. But I need to get some. Hopefully, I'll get some time this weekend to actually do some video editing because I'm still working on the video for this month, so that is coming up. But that's okay. Yeah. Okay. And I realize it might be a little bit lagged, so I'm just trying to allow in case anybody catches this, a few minutes into it, says, oh, by the way, so yeah. So, hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in the Cheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehutin, Khamenu endures. As the name of Ra and Yaket endures, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Elder Horus, Horus of Behdet, Horus, son of Isis. You have come in peace, O Necheru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Necheru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Menjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Alrighty. Happy 2021. It's funny, I say that and then I hear some fireworks go off in the distance, so that's really cool. Okay. Hang on. By the way, I know that Josh, you were trying to share the Discord thing, and I'm trying to show it because it's giving me the option to do that, and it keeps saying error. Try again. Huh. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, it's not allowing me to show it. Yeah. Okay. Well, Okay. So let me try this. I'll see if I can copy it. Oop, and not catch your name in the middle of it. Okay. There we go. All right. I got it. I just put the Discord link that Josh was trying to put up, and there we go. And yeah, I noticed that that one candle is just really washing everything out. But thanks, guys. See you all next week. We'll start off 2021 better than we did this time last year. And hopefully I will be on that link pretty soon. So. Time. See you next week.